briefing of the Committee on Finance for the budgets of the Commission on Audit and the Office of the Ombudsman. We'd like to greet our good officials from the Commission on Audit, led by Chairperson Gamaliel Cordoba. Morning, sir. Commissioner Roland Pondoc, Commissioner Mario Lipana. Morning, sir. Assistant Commissioner Winnie Rose and Caliado. Assistant Commissioner Martha Roxana Sese. Hi, ma'am. Assistant Commissioner Roland Ray. Morning, sir. Assistant Commissioner Alexander Juliano. Assistant Commissioner Roy Ursal. Morning po. Assistant Commissioner Lorna Cabutchan. Morning po, ma'am. Director Veronica Coscos for the Planning, Budget and Management Office. Director Rebecca Dacanay. Director Adela Dondonilla. Morning po sa inyo. Again, thank you for coming. We also have a DBM representative, Joyce Acad, Lorian Javier, Iris Isip, and COA representatives, Joey Bernardino, State Auditor. That's it. We'll recognize later the officials from the Office of the Ombudsman when we take up their budget. Chairman, we'll turn it over to you po.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Senator Angara. Sir, would you like us to present po the budget of the... Okay, please. Yes, sir. So we'll just go straight to the details of our budget for 2024, Mr. Chairman. May I turn over the mic po to our Director for Finance.
Honorable Senator Sani Angara, our colleagues from the LBRMO and the Finance Committee, honorable members of the Commission proper, colleagues in the government service, a pleasant morning. Our presentation will focus on the budget of the Commission on Audit as recommended under the National Expenditure Program or the NEP, and the comparison between NEP and our proposal. For fiscal year 2024, NEP, the budget allocation of COA amounted to 13,360,543,000. And this consists of the, next slide, personal services amounting to 13,179,006,000, which include the retirement and life insurance premium amounting to 635,866,000. The maintenance and other operating expenses is pegged at 690,554,000, and the capital outlay of 126,849,000. The COA proposal for fiscal year 2024 consists of the personal services of 12,543,154,000, MOE of 781,971,000, and capital outlay of 841,132,000, for a total of 14,166,257,000. Next slide is the comparison of the budget as recommended under the NEP and our proposal. As shown in this slide, there was a minimal difference for the personnel services, which can be attributed to rounding of figures. The MOE has a difference of 91,417,000, which represents the semi-expendable items for the new 4-story building, which is now under construction and expected to be finished next year. Capital outlay reduction of 714,283,000 represent office equipment and infrastructure projects. We have the breakdown of the difference, sir. If you wish, I can present it to you, or we can present na, sir. Next slide, yung difference. Yung sa capital outlay na lang. The difference consists of the reduction in the building and other structures of 558,896,000, machinery and equipment outlay of 152,315,000, and furniture, fixtures, and books outlay, 3,072,000. May mga ano din po yan, sir, breakdown din po,
Just submit those, yung mga detalye kasi
sir.
baka tanungin tayo sa plenary. At least alam natin yung
Yes, sir.
background, how many years, when the capital outlay will be completed, etc. Kahit di na ngayon. Oh.
Thank you, sir.
That ends the presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Chairperson and Director, salamat. Wala wala naman tayong tanong dahil nakakausap naman namin si Chairperson. But, so I guess in the absence of any colleague who will ask, then we will favorably endorse. Pag may gusto kayong sa budget nyo na medyo ayusin, also please feel free to submit, Your Honors. So with that, we thank the Commission on Audit and we will favorably endorse your budget to the plenary without prejudice to any possible augmentation, Chairperson. And salamat po sa inyo lahat. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chairman.
For our Ombudsman resource persons, may I request everyone to please take your seats na. Thank you.
and the good men of the Ombudsman. May familiar faces dito. Attorney Nad. Magandang umaga, sir. Magandang umaga ho. Yeah, we'd like to greet our colleague, the distinguished and brilliant legalist of the Senate, Minority Leader Senator Coco Pimentel. Sir, would you like to make any opening statement before I turn it over?
Thank you,
to the Ombudsman?
Chairman. Wala naman, I'm here to listen and to understand more the budget of the Ombudsman, but I'd like to tell the Ombudsman and his family that you're a very critical government organization. Actually, you're a constitutional body and then with a very critical role to play, which is to keep people and government officials on their toes all the time when it comes to our laws and rules on good governance, honest handling of public funds, etc. So, andito lang po ako to support you on if you have programs, imaginative ones or ordinary ones, which will help you fulfill your constitutional mandate, Mr. Ombudsman. So, andito lang po kami, sir. We are here. So, majority and minority, walang distinction pagdating sa Senado when it comes to supporting the Ombudsman in the office's fight against corruption. So, good luck to all of you for the year 2024 while we listen to your achievements for years 2022 and 2023 up as of date hereof. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Very much, Minority Leader, and we'd like to second what he said, Justice Sammy. And traditionally in the past years, very supportive po si Minority Leader Coco sa budget ninyo and any augmentations that the committee, that you would like. Yeah, he's really been very supportive. Salamat, Minority. I will turn it over to you, Justice Sammy, and your team for any presentation you might have, sir.
Good morning, Senator Sani Angara. Good morning, Senator Coco Pimentel. Thank you very much for the support you've been giving the Office of the Ombudsman for the past years. The Attorney Nad Chua will present the budget of the Ombudsman, Your Honor.
Attorney Chua, you're the budget expert. Immediately.
Yes, sir. Thank you, boss. Mr. Chair, Senator Sani Angara, Senator Coco Pimentel, Minority Leader. In behalf of Ombudsman Justice Samuel Martires, Deputy Ombudsman Connie Somido, Deputy Ombudsman Dante Vargas, and the rest of the officials of the Office of the Ombudsman, it is our pleasure to present to you the proposed budget for fiscal year 2024 of the Office of the Ombudsman. For next year, the recommended budget level by the Department of Budget and Management to the Office of the Ombudsman is 5.05 billion pesos. This represents 0.875% of the National Expenditure Program of around 5.7 trillion. Among the salient features of the proposed budget would be funds required for the personal services requirements for field and unfilled positions as of April 28, 2023. The funding requirements for the filling up of positions in the amount of 1.3 billion pesos. Funding allocation for pension benefits in the amount of 76 million approximately. Provision for terminal leave, retirement gratuity benefits for a consolidated amount of about 389 million pesos. Funding provision for additional operating requirements in the amount of 79.8 million, which includes allocation for confidential amount amounting to 51 million pesos. And funding allocation for various capital outlay requirements in the amount of 392 million pesos. The further breakdown would be the need for rehabilitating the main building of the Office of the Ombudsman amounting to 50 million pesos. Development of the office's ICT requirements in the amount of 217 million. acquisition of motor vehicles, replacement and of office of equipments and other property, communication, medical properties for a consolidated amount of about 120 million pesos, more or less. Now, in order to aid the Office of the Ombudsman in the better utilization of the resources made available to it, we would also respectfully request the restatement of special provisions in the budget of the Office of the Ombudsman, particularly on the use of savings, the use of income, and the continuing authority of the Ombudsman, Justice Samuel Martires, to restructure the office. That would be all, sir. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Attorney Nat. Anything else, Justice Sammy? Kung wala na po, we'll turn it over to the Minority Leader for his questions.
That is all, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Justice Sammy and your team. Minority Leader, back to you for any.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the authority to restructure or reorganize the office is found in the special provisions in the GAA. Doon po namin linalagay yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think we should amend the law itself, the Ombudsman Act itself, para gawin na nating ano yun, given power or delegated power.
Well, I would be very glad, Your Honor, if you would be willing to amend the.
Yeah, if that's how we have been doing it, parang
Institutionalize the amendment already.
topic-wise, it's not really a budget topic. So it's a power. It's a power of the ombudsman. So maybe it belongs properly. We will continue to do so dahil sinabi niyo, but long-term, the long-term fix siguro or strategy would to amend the law because so that you won't need to request that power year after year after year.
We will do that, Your Honor. We will submit
po.
to you a draft bill.
Okay, but Mr. Ombudsman, I'm surprised to hear you have confidential funds. Did we give you for this year, 2023?
Yes, Your Honor. If you remember, the budget that was given to us by the DBM, recommended by the DBM, was 51 million also for 2023. I requested that be reduced by 20 million. The 20 million, it was reduced. It became 31 million. The 20 million was diverted to the MOE. Now the BM again recommended for about 51 million upon our proposal also. But you can also, if you like, you can also reduce that 51 million.
I think ang offer mo nga sa House, we can totally remove it, sabi mo especially if it will taint
Yes,
the reputation of the Office of the Ombudsman.
that is true, Your Honor. If it will only taint the reputation of the office and of the ombudsman itself and the officers, I am even willing that this be scrapped.
That's a good offer, Mr. Ombudsman. Pero ililink ko yung sa request yung isa the use of savings request. So kung i-grant yun, so you can now actually augment the other items in your budget na magkukulang legitimately now from a expressly provided line or amount, Mr. Ombudsman. So siguro with this compromise, you can let go and then be the example. Meron na nag-example kahapon si DFA Si DFA, gustong bigyan ng isang senador ng confidential fund. Sabi ko, pwede mong tanggihan. Tinanggihan nila. Isa pa pala, dalawa na. Si DMW. In memory of Secretary Toots Ople. Because ang sabi nung OIC nila, if she were alive today and she would be offered that confidential fund, she would have rejected it anyway. So maybe the Ombudsman can be the third agency. But with those compromises, that use of savings, ibigay po namin yun for the flexibility of the office.
As a member of the constitutional group, we have actually wisely spent the budget that is given to us yearly by Congress. On the matter of the confidential fund, I'd like to be the first from the investigating agencies to request Congress that if it will, as I've been saying, it will only tint the reputation, the integrity of the office, as well as of the Ombudsman and its officers. I dare not have a confidential fund during my term of office. I dare not have a confidential fund during my term of office. I think we can survive without the confidential fund being.
Your permission, Minority Leader. It will not affect your functions, how you perform, like the purchase of intelligence, just to clarify, Your Honor.
As I have said at the hearing of the House of Representatives, I said I can always smile at my friends and probably treat them for over a cup of coffee. They can do that for us.
Yung intel na ibigay sa inyo, Justice, pangkapel lang yung, yung intel na ibibigay ko sa inyo. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But go ahead, Dab. Thank you, Minority
The Ombudsman was stating something na yun na nga towards the direction that just like the Vice President, sinabi rin niya sa amin dito eh. My office can live without confidential funds. Sinabi rin niya as Secretary of Education, the department can live without confidential funds. I think the Ombudsman can say that. Pero actually ito, Mr. Ombudsman, yung grant ng confidential funds sa inyo for this year, were you given in 2022? Wala, di ba?
Meron ho.
Okay, meron din?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yung
Since
grant,
2005, meron ho.
yung grant sa inyo the past years has not tainted your office. Actually, wala. There's no issue sa inyo sa ano eh. Pero gusto ko yung symbolic act eh. If it's now the Ombudsman saying, susunod na yung iba eh. Susunod yung iba eh. That's what I predict. So, I'm more after not because it is tainting your office kasi wala naman talagang taint sa office ninyo. Pero that act, because it is becoming a very hot issue right now, the Ombudsman, the Office of the Ombudsman takes the lead. Sabihin niya, we can live without that. Alisin na yan. Then I will now challenge the other agencies who are not involved in enforcement of penal laws, who are not involved in securing national security. Forget about CIF. Focus on your main mandate.
Because if you just rely only on your CIF for you to be able to investigate, you will not be able to function properly. I'll give you an example. If I need an information from Samar, from where I am, all I have to do is just call some of my friends in Samar without using the intelligence agencies. And to validate that, I also call some of my friends who are in the police force. Nakukuha lahat ito sa pangiti-ngiti, sa kape, di ba? Sa mga PR, ganun lang naman yan eh. Hindi naman kailangan gastusan lahat ng pera. Because honestly, there are some intel officers na pag binigyan mo ng pangmerienda, minsan they refuse. Oo, marami sa kanila. I mean, marami mga intelligence officers sa ISAF na would even refuse, na pipilitin mo kasi they really have to spend. Especially for transportation, they spend. There was a time I sent somebody to the Visayas. Sabi ko, saan mo kukuhanin pang transport mo, di ba? Di mo naman pwedeng kuhanin sa inyong fund sa ISAF. So, doon lang yung mga napipilitan ng ganon. Actually, wala namang issue during the previous years. It's only this year na nagkaroon ng issue ang confidential fund, and I wonder why.
I'll try to give an explanation, Mr. Ombudsman. Because dumami na ang nagre-request at lumalaki ng sobra ang halaga. Those are the two reasons. Dagdag na natin pangatlo, mahirap ang buhay ng tao ngayon. That's very sensitive sila sa issues about the money and the use of money. So, but yun yung dalawang connected sa government. So I think that's my explanation. So that's the reality now. So nasa sa inyo na po ang bola, Mr. Ombudsman, and just inspire all of them that it can be done even without that CIF, Mr. Ombudsman. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sir, Mr. Ombudsman, balik ako rin sa lagari ako ngayong umaga. I have 2 resolutions and then we have 2 budget hearings pa. So I'll go back to the issue of the reclamation. Di ba? May malaking issue rin po dito yan. At saka, ito na lang, bago na lang akong umalis, medyo light comment lang na mention ni chairman namin na delikado yung ang pinapakapi mo lang kasi the quality of the information that you get. Okay, ito naman ang that's why ito na connect ko rin sa pagkakape. Meron kasi comment ng mga netizen nung nakita nila yung bagong Pagcor logo na binayaran ng milyon-milyon. Sabi nila, mas maganda pang logo, bibigay ko, pakapihin mo lang ako. Magkano yata? 3 million yata binayad doon. So may naka-comment na gano'n. That's why nako-connect ko lang sa sometimes, tama yung sabi ni Ombudsman, based on the real life experience na some quality information or work come out of just treating for a cup of coffee, Mr. Chairman. So do not judge the information by the cup of coffee.
Actually, ang kailangan lang sa isang opisyal ng gobyerno para ikaw ay baka sa tulungan ang iyong kapwang magkawani. It's just for you to be humble, you know. It's just being humble that you tell them your problems. And I think they're just be more than willing to help you. Wala naman akong, sa totoo lang, wala akong mga kakilalang masyado. But I think yung mga nakaupo dyan sa likuran nyo, sa likod, nakikipagngitian ako. Yung iba, hindi ko alam ang mga pangalan. But there's nothing wrong if you smile at the person, you know. Wala akong masama doon eh. So kung minsan nadadaan sa ngiti, nadadaan sa pakikipag-usap, just be sincere. And you'll be able to get the support of your fellow government worker.
Suspend ko. Kabayan ko lang si
Yes, we'll suspend we'll suspend it, but with your permission, we'll already refer, because we have no other members who have signified the need. We will terminate the hearing and suspend the budget deliberations without prejudice to any possible augmentation. And again, I reiterate, the Minority Leader has been very supportive, Justice Om. Thank you very much, Minority Leader. We'd like to thank Justice Sammy, Deputy Sumido, Attorney Ravelo, Deputy Ombudsman Vargas. Salamat po sa pagpunta ngayong umaga. Maraming salamat po.